to be educated. Okay, let's go into it. Basically,
Go to the education.
Nick Cannon stated very, very true facts. He kind of defeated himself about black people being original people, or let's say African people, because not necessarily just black. Because
Original Jew is
yeah,
what he was getting at. The original Jew, the
basically,
original Hebrew,
yeah,
the,
but
the
basically,
original God's chosen people. That's what he was trying to get at.
yes, but basically, what theory comes in from Farrakhan and everyone else is that we are the original people, therefore we are the original Hebrew, because everyone comes from Africa. That's where the
Yeah.
deeper dive go into, which kind of defeats it, because basically they come from Africa too, because all people came from Africa according to science.
Mesopotamia is what they say.
Yeah, basically, that defeat the purpose of that. So everybody came from that area. Then white people traveled north, some people traveled south. All the continents were together. That's how they came. What's that?
No, what they call it when the whole world was together? What's it called?
I forgot the name of it. And I used to be I was a history buff. That's how I know.
I'm big on. Look, I'm looking at it right now. Then it just broke off. I'm looking at it right now. I can see it.
Yeah.
But
And then it all broke apart. Basically, what you had was the people that went north, skin changed because they was in harsher climates. What would be north now would be northern Russia. Anyone that knows northern Russia, the European northern part, Canada. If you know it's hard to live in northern Canada. Plus Alaska, which people know, if anyone know about Alaska, it's night like all day at certain points, and it's sunlight all day at certain point. So basically, over 1,000 of years, their skin evolved into this pale skin, which is basically the white skin, basically people say. And then the people that went to tropical climates got darker skin. They developed a certain ability when they get the sun, their skin burns, and the ability of skin cancer. Again, people that didn't have to deal with that, they don't burn due to the sunlight affecting you because you evolved differently. But you could go into another theory that's unproven about they not really Homo sapiens. That we're not gonna get into it because it's not proven at all, so we don't want to talk about it. But basically, he said it's
definitely don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, because it's not a proven theory. We just know what happened and what we know. So basically went north, and then he said they were angry and they had no compassion because they had no melanin. To be honest, that is just made up. It's called scarcity.
I don't know what that boy was talking about for the first. As soon as I seen the clip, I said, "What is this boy talking about?" Then they told me it was an hour and a half show. So you
gotta look at the whole. You gotta look at the whole thing. But basically, it's really because of scarcity. If you go northern Russia, northern Canada, really north, it's scarcity. So if you know anything about Viking history, you know that they pillaged and things to get supplies, which made them conquerors type people. Not because of melanin. That is just like something you can just make up easier. Because if you want to be honest, Asian people lived on the eastern hemisphere of that same thing, and Genghis Khan, and you know about history of that, they did the same thing because of scarcity too. If you want to do today's example of that, you can go to the hood where there's scarcity on jobs and other things. So if you want to go into scarcity and why people are more the myth of black on black crime, which is just crime in general, they just want to name it just to make somebody look bad. It's because the hood doesn't have the same scarcity. Has scarcity in it because you don't have the jobs. Mostly inner cities, which again is what it is. And basically that whole thing based on scarcity, it's basically the same thing. When you have scarcity, you act on your own instincts to survive. Hence why we have this red-blue dynamic, the gang dynamic, this side, because you ain't going to take from me. So I'm going to protect myself and you ain't going to take from you. Basically, that same thing the Vikings had with the Nordic people and Anglo-Saxons and all that stuff, the same thing.
Talk to them. Talk to them.
So basically,
talk to them.
So that's where it comes from. So I want everybody to know when they're like, oh, you clowning the can. I'm educating you too.
It's the education. It's the education. It's the education.
So basically, it's the same thing. Scarcity. Once you don't have resources, the people that don't, in tropical climates, you have trees plenty of plantations. It's not as conquery as other places. You don't evolve to conquer in those areas as much. Not saying they didn't do it, because somebody's gonna be in the comment like, "What you talking about?" They did it, but it wasn't as aggressive.
And let me tell you something. When they found America, that was like, man, we hit the jackpot. It's everything.
Yeah, you get tropical climate, you get warm, you get climate to grow crops, and it's easy, and you don't have to just go pillage a village in those areas. Now
They showed out in them 13 colonies. They did good.
They did.
And send it back over there to Great Britain and handle their business.
By the way, listen to Unicode's Do You Hear Me podcast, because again, he explained that race wasn't even around then, so they couldn't be racist then.
It's just education. Education.
Know what I'm saying? It was impossible to be racist then. Racism didn't actually come into case until the 1870s, 1880s, when basically well, probably before that, but
they tried to justify slavery.
Yeah, they basically did it.
That's why they came up with races. Races used to be like, if me and you got the same last name,
yeah,
that's our race. It was a heritage thing.
Yeah.
But now race is what you look like, and they try and they put the skulls together and all that stuff, and say this is what black folk look like, and this is what this type of people look like, this is where they come from, and these features. That's where race came from, and they don't know that. That's the educate them. Go ahead. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
2/3 of a man didn't come into law until the 1800s. Go with your grandma, boy.
Nephew. What's happening?
Go with your grandma, boy. Uncle Trevor got to do work.
We doing the education right now, nephew. You got to go. You got to go
because you can't talk.
You got to go. We in the education right now.
Thank you. Yeah. You got to edit it out too. But basically, 2/3 of man came from that Supreme Court law back in the 1800s. I can look at that real quick.
That's cool. All right, let me go ahead and handle my business real quick. Go ahead. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Well, we got that little break and actually look up the thing. Oh, 3/5. Okay. 3/5 of a man.
I thought it was 1/5. Because 1/5 of the population in the colonies was slaves because they couldn't take over the Indians. The Indians knew what was going on, so they was like, we can't really do them like that. So that's when the transatlantic slave thing happened and all that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, the 3/5 compromise gave a disproportionate representation of slave states in the House of Representatives related to votes in the free states until the American Civil War. So it's 3/5. Basically saying 3/5 of a man, they're not human. Now let me educate you about why the Jews were.
Give me the education.
Why they was called some Semites. Out of all the white people in Germany, inspired by some of America's racism and Marxism, by the Marxist book that Hitler read in the book, Hitler decided he wanted collectivism in the form of blaming someone why they lost the First World War. Black people wasn't prevalent then, so the closest people to black people were the Jewish people, which he called Semites. Basically relating the Jewish people to black people. And saying it's their fault because they're less than human. They're not blonde-haired, blue-eyed. So basically, that's the story, man. That's why they call anti-Semitic, even though you might argue they are not the original Semites, which you can argue against too, because DNA, because all black people aren't the original Hebrew, and all Jewish people might not be the original Hebrew. It's all semantics, basically. But that's it again.
I got a real question. And I asked my grandma this a long time ago, and she didn't know. I said, is being Jewish a race or is it religion?
It's mostly, if you going by modern day or historical?
I'm just saying, period. Is that a race or is it just religion?
It was
and I don't mean to say just, like I'm not belittling it, but I'm just saying.
At one point.
Is it a race or is it a religion?
At one point it was a specific group of people.
A specific group, but is it a race though? in
Now,
terms of race?
now it's kind of a religion.
See, that's a good question, ain't it? See,
Yeah,
that's a good
it's because
question.
it changed over here. Especially if you read the Bible, you know about the Jewish religion. Then they became more with the Romans, and then you know about Saul, aka Paul, became head of that group, which would be known as the original Christianity, which didn't have a name. But then again, if you know about Constantine and my face will be Jesus and all that stuff, and Roman Empire taking over the Roman Catholic Church, murdering the Crusades, blah blah blah. I just gave you a lot of knowledge in seconds. All that came from that because they couldn't control the Jesus narrative or the Jesus portion of history.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically took it over and made it their prime religion. But again, it's whatever. That's what people do. You know what I mean? That's the history of people can't
That's
control. They
education.
seem to, yes, people.
That's education.
What people seem to do is, in history in general, is when they can't control something, they adapt it to control the narrative. Hence why I made a video on the news right now. If they can't control the narrative on something, they will adapt it. Here's why I said Fox News put a lot of black people that get killed and their parents and their family on their show lately at nighttime to show we care about black people, because their audience was like, yo, that was wrong what happened to George Floyd. Why are we not talking more about that? So they're like, yo, we're going to talk about it, but we're going to blame it on the Democratic Party. Again, adapting to control. Again, that's
right.
So that's basically.
I was reading something in the. I was watching something, and I noticed at some point it was the Pope versus the King of Spain or the King of wherever, and they was fighting between. God said that you're the king, and then also saying you're the speaker for God. They used to fight. Europe was crazy, man. Europe was crazy. And like church was actually a political party in a sense.
Yes, always.
And so then they bring that over here. They bring all that mentality over here. They call it manifest destiny. Then said, yeah, we gonna go ahead and take over this land because it's manifest destiny. And we gonna also have some slaves. Man, I'm telling you, the history of the world is crazy.
Yeah, and it's not just.
Here we are today, and we don't know what's real. And you got Nick Cannon over here talking about science behind melanin. No, it is what it is. Like people conquered.
Yes.
Different groups of people went and conquered different places and said they enslaved the people that they conquered, and they killed them, they made them slaves, they raped them and pillaged them, all that stuff. And here we are today. And I feel like that's the problem. The problem is that these folks done came over here. First of all, 1967, we got the civil rights thing going on. We got that going. But what is it, 1867, 1869, something like that? That's when the slaves were freed.
Yeah, somewhere around that time.
But there was a whole time period between then and 1967 where black people was just in limbo on. And some people sympathized with them, and some people didn't. And so it was like, it's a complicated history. And I don't think we need to go into my DNA means this and my DNA means that.
Yeah, if we go off Tulsa, Oklahoma, we had a chance then, but then again, because people don't know about that after that. Jim Crow laws came because y'all not succeeding with that, and it's ultimately come down to money, because like racism wasn't bad until we're not gonna call it was slavery, and they beat you to do work because they wanted to make you do work, and it was about $1. They went to war with their own country over $1, and people gonna say about states right? No, it's about $1, and slavery was free labor. Free labor make money. Free labor is money.
Exactly. That was the whole point of slavery. It was all profit.
Yeah, so when they got free, it was a resentment. And then they saw Oklahoma.
We used to run you. So who do you think you are? And that's the same mentality that I think that they hold in corporations right now when it comes to black people. I can say this about my job right now. Ain't no black people in leadership. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not going to say what the name of this, who I work for. Ain't no black people in leadership. So with that being said, we don't belong there is what I feel that they're saying.
Bro, let's talk about a misconception too. People say Jews run everything. No, Jews just your boss. They don't run the whole company. If you look at the majority of the company that you see, like if you go to a certain city, most of the landowners are Jewish people. Because they got this stereotype that they are financially responsible. So therefore they hire them. They don't run it. But that's the first point of leadership that a black person sees. So you relate to, why you get this favorable treatment. Like people don't really see that. Like they like the middleman. Even though, let's be honest, I'm finna go on my little thing that we're gonna get spicy in a minute, and we about to get into it. But I'm gonna let you talk. So I'm gonna let you talk, and then we might get a little spicy in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, they the middleman.
I'm gonna say this. So the real reasoning behind that is this. So Christians or Catholics or whatever in the Middle East, if we're both Catholics, right, me and you?
Yeah.
And you ask me, can I borrow $20?
More likely to give it.
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna give you the $20, and then you just gonna give me $20 back because I can't tax you.
Yeah.
Because we're both Christians.
Yeah.
But the Jews, on the other hand, since they're not Christians, they say, give me $20, and I'm gonna give you $5 on top of that. And that's how the wealth generated. Because from a religious standpoint, people that was from the same religion, they couldn't be like, all right, I'm going to give you $20, but give me 30 back. But the Jews, since they were not the same, they weren't under the same law. So that's where the wealth comes from, and people don't know that. People don't know that. Like, and I'm not talking bad about the Jews, and if you cancel me today, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that's what it was, and that's how you amass wealth, because you was the first people to be able to develop interest. You were able to say, all right, I'm going to give you 20, but when you get paid, give me 25. That was a real law.
Yeah, the taxation thing. If you're a Christian, read the Bible, you know about the Jewish taxpayer that the Jewish people hated because they were taxpayers. It became a stereotype for all Jews at the end of the day, but it's the thing.
That's where all that stuff comes from, man. That's where all that stuff comes from, is because, like, when you think about it, the thing that they tripping about is really something we do every single day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I let you borrow $20 and you give me my $20 back, I'm still gonna be like, can I get a piece of Fago though? Like, next time I go to the gas station, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be like, hey, no, I let you hold that 20. Let me get a Fago. You know what I'm saying? But that's where all that stuff comes from, man. People don't know that. That's the education. Yeah. We educating today, y'all. We educating y'all. Yeah, okay? I'm not trying to say nothing against no group of people. We just talking about the history. Do you hear me? That's it.
Do you hear him? By the way, look at his podcast.
Yes,
he got some big news announcement. Follow him. The link is in the description to his Twitter. So everything, just go follow him. He got some big news coming. We're looking forward to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And by the way, hit that subscribe button and like button on YouTube. If you on Spotify, anything else, that follow button. We appreciate your merch and all that stuff. My book, my merch, all that stuff. Link in bio. So let's get a little spicy. So I saw something.
All right, here we go. We going Cam Newton spicy, or what we doing? What kind of spicy we doing?
Oh, we going anti-Cam?
Odell Beckham spicy. How we doing it?
Okay, so I saw Meg Thee Stallion. This one we finna get spicy. Apparently got shot. I've done a video on this.
My 5'3" brother.
Yes, and the memes are going crazy.
5'3", 120. I'd shoot somebody too if I was that little and I was a grown man. But go ahead.
By the way, this is not anything about Meg. Meg support brothers. So I got interested. I got real curious because I saw a black girl in the comments say black men never protect us and all we do is support them. So I get curious because I'm nosy. Cancel culture has taught me how to look up words and see what do you say about that word. So I put her name and black men. She hasn't said a nice thing about black men since 2014. Okay. You support black men, But you haven't said nothing. This is not about Meg. Meg has support. I'm also gonna get on black men that doesn't say nothing good about black women. Cause we gotta address some things right now. We having a
I didn't know you was gonna go there. I didn't know you was going there.
When you
told me you was gonna show out there. Go ahead.
We gotta address some things. There's too many toxic people in this culture right now. They're trying to bring everybody down. When I see the young black men throw the girl in the dumpster, we gotta address them. When I see the black girl and the black men beat up the trans girl, we gotta address them.
We gotta talk about it. Yeah.
We can't just let it slide. Oh, we gotta all come together. How we gonna come together with somebody getting beat up, somebody getting thrown in the dumpster, somebody lying claiming they support them, but they really don't support? You know what I mean? We gotta calm down, man.
I'm with you.
We've been talking about how, bro, Charlemagne said Jewish people support each other and get people fired. Black people support. Something happened, we all arguing with each other.
Yeah. You're right.
We got people that mean trying to beat people up. I seen a girl that said she can't be racist because she black, but she calling some Asian woman Ling Ling. No, I don't.
Well, no, I ain't gonna get into that. I can't get into that.
No.
This is not the culture. This is not the time for that.
Yeah, we just calling out stuff now. Now the response to that was, because I'm curious, I'm not watching, I'm not saying anything, I'm just sitting back. The experience, they pointed quotes from what's happening in China. China's doing all kind of crazy stuff right now, by the way.
Giving people coronavirus, by the way, but that's cool.
They doing way more than that too, by the way. they putting Muslims in camps and trying to.
That's right.
They doing mass genocide. They doing a lot of stuff over there. But they pointed to that's why they been mean to her, Asian American one. I'm like, yo, why are you really? Now this girl I know. I know both of them. She actually marched with Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, yo, so you just attacking everyone just because you felt some type of way about how somebody else did something somewhere else? Now, not saying that they're not racist here anywhere, but you randomly just attacking people. Yo, man, you can't call. That's what my tweet was from the other day when I said you can't be mean to everyone else and ask people to love you. And this, by the way, I
just thought that came from the heart. By the way,
that did come. That did come from. You can't really be mean to other people. It did come from the heart because I'm like, yo,
I gave it love though. I gave it love.
Yeah, but it does. It come from, bro. You can't be mean to other people and then expect people to treat you well. And that's, by the way, again,
that's right.
These things are all. Most people are going one way. Most people want what's good for black people, equality, blah, blah, blah. But some people use it as a guise. We're not really going to attack it that much. But I just had to call it out.
Yeah.
Again,
spade is a spade, ain't it?
Yeah. Where it's come from is all the black, when Nick Cannon got sad. This topic wasn't going to come up to Nick Cannon saying, yo, I want to leave this world because my friend just committed suicide. And now my own people attacking me just because I felt bad because I apologize. Because I hurt somebody.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to step in right here, man. I'm really hoping that Kanye don't look at what he did today and commit suicide, man. That'll hurt me so bad. Go ahead. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. But that literally mentally, I don't think people realize how much the mentally affect people. Like when we do things to people, that affects people in ways that might be negative for whatever we're trying to do.
Fact.
When you just do things out of your own how you feel, it kind of does a negative effect on it. By the way, the podcast we've been serious and fun. We finna get to joking in a minute, but right now we're real serious. But yeah, it affects how everything.
It's a tough topic. We had to really educate today. We got to educate.
Yeah,
that's where we at. Education. Man. They need that.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know everything. I like history. I read.
Now you over here teaching NASA stuff, and you gonna tell me that you don't know everything. Now hold on. Tell me something different. You want to tell me something different now?
No man, it's just I don't know. I'm able to be wrong. I just know when you do something to people. They get in their own corner bro. And social media,
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about. In New York, you got people going this way, you got people going that way. But what most people notice is the guy in his underwear playing the piano. That's what everybody knows. When you go to New York, what do you think? But you don't think about the random faces you randomly just saw. You think about the guy in his underwear that's won't ask you for a picture right now, and pay him $30. You notice the mascot that's randomly out there. It's thousands of people just going away. You going on this way, but it's somebody going and attacking somebody, doing something, and we put it all on each other. Basically, this is the whole point of the whole thing. People might clip and take it up, whatever, but this is the whole point. Yo, man, we got to be in this together, bro.
Facts. That's it. That's it.
Like
that's really just it.
You can't beat up, like I said, you can't beat up the trans girl on the train. You can't throw the black girl in the dumpster. You can't diss every black dude you see because some black dude hurt you back in the day. You know what I mean? You can't do that. So you got to be my nephew back in.
Your nephew back. Let's switch it up. Let's have fun, man. We done educate. We'll educate y'all next time.
Yeah.
What we gonna have fun about, Trev?
Man, we got
Zelmae,
man. We got all the name, man. We looking up some topics, man. I kind of had a topic about but we ain't gonna have
Let's
fun.
talk about the NBA bubble snitch line.
Oh,
talk about that.
Oh yeah, we got Chris Paul.
Well, Chris Paul telling on everybody.
Chris Paul
said, I saw LeBron James have a ham sandwich. Ain't no ham in here. So how he get a ham sandwich? We need to know. Hey, I'm thinking Chris Paul. You know who else I think too?
Well, who else?
AD told he don't want the pressure. He don't want the pressure. He don't want the smoke. He don't want to be a Laker. He's scared. No, I'm just playing. No, I love me some AD. But it was Chris Paul, James Harden with his Blue Lives Matter mask on. I know he told.
Man,
what do you think about that? Man. What do you think about that mask? Somebody, I just think it look cool. What do you think?
From his friend said, I think that from it's like Lil Wayne, bro. Like they say they not on the internet at all. So I don't know, man. It's hard to judge and stuff like that, man. So I don't know. You know,
soft spot. Do you love you some James Harden? Is that what happened? Because you got a little quiet there.
No, actually, if you read my tweets, you know it ain't about James Harden. But yeah, because he played the boringest basketball I've ever seen in my life. But
what he did? He got a setback, and then you foul him.
Bro,
how's that boring?
Bro,
how's that boring?
He hold the ball for 21 seconds and get fouled.
Yeah. What you said out of 24 seconds?
Yeah, he dribbled the ball 20 legs 100 times, and he just dribble. He don't even do the different dribbles. He just dribble.
But he got mad assists. He averages like 12 assists a game.
Because he dribble you till you tired. Hey, but you know who shouldn't be on there?
Who that?
They better be glad D'Angelo Russell in that bubble.
Who?
If D'Angelo Russell's in that bubble, there'd be a lot of people in trouble. He'll record it.
He is. You stupid. You talking about my man? He done told on what Nick.
Man, D'Angelo Russell tell on everybody. What you doing, boy? I got
Nephew, what's happening? Nephew, you got that old orange shirt on. Who you Goku or something?
You Goku, boy. What you doing, boy? All right, going on with Green.
Hey, now I tell you what. Let's do a part 2 tomorrow.
Huh?
Can we do a part 2? Because let's see how this Kanye thing goes. And let's do a part 2.
Oh,
can we do this tomorrow?
We can, my guy.
I think, you know what? Here, fans. Listen, fans. Okay? Y'all got to be fans if you're listening. Me and old Trev, Zelmae, we about to come back at y'all tomorrow with another one, too. We ain't done. Because you been doing this. You do this every day. Huh?
Every day.
Trev, what you been doing? Hey, you been grinding. Y'all got to watch this. Watch what we do.
Yeah, we're going to do this again tomorrow. By the way, it's part 2. Bonus episode tomorrow.
Bonus episode, baby.
Yeah, I'll be coming out tomorrow. Tuesday? morning. We do Tuesday morning. Your favorite Start the Week podcast. You know, it's your boy.
Yes, sir.
Zelmae.
Start the week.
Your boy Unico Williams. Do You Hear Me podcast. Big news coming soon. Follow him on Twitter and everything. So I know y'all see my boy. He wasn't here today. He got the kid ready to play. You see the little icon.
Hey, don't worry about him. I done told you, don't give him no credit today. Don't shout him out.
Yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. It's a short episode because we're doing 2 parts now. We gotta do it.
2 parts.
This one was to
2
educate
parts.
you.
That's the education.
Yeah.
Let's have fun next time now.
Yeah.
We done gave y'all the education.
You know, we gonna get a little serious at the beginning, but it won't be as long. We love y'all. You know what it is. Alphas, I love y'all. Y'all alphas, all my people alphas, man. They know what they is.
Hey, let me. Hey, can I ask the alphas a favor?
Ask me.
Take them Timberlands off. Man, I love alphas too, man. I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
Say bye, Hannah.
Bye.
My nephew said bye. All right, take it easy.
All right, nephew.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Part 2.